I'm still using it. No, I'm still using this water bottle. No, you can't have it. No, I'm going to put this back on the bottle. What, you want the lid? You can't have it. I'm still using it. I'll give it to you when I'm done. I will. Hello and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry and that is Biscuits. He's trying to attack my water bottle. Today I want to make a video that is going to piggyback off my pantry video, and it looks like Biscuits wants to join us. Don't eat that. You can't eat that. No. If you be a good boy you can... Alright, fine, we'll scoop these down. Alright. Alright. Are you settled? No? Anyway, he's going to do his thing. We're going to keep talking. I want to do a video that is kind of a piggyback of the pantry video. And it's something that I have figured out over the last couple of weeks that is working really, really well for me. And it is a meal planning planner. So what I did is I went to the store and just bought a little cheap academic calendar. I think I paid like $6 for this thing. And I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a week and pick a cookbook. And each week I'm going to pick a different cookbook so that I do not get bored, because I am notorious for getting bored with cooking. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do, but I do it because we get hungry. So what I did, and I'm going to start off with next week because that one is easier to read. I used a bad pen. This is a bad pen, so it leaked over onto this and you can't read it. So we're going to start with my recipes for next week. And I'll show you the method behind my madness. So again, I'm picking a cookbook for each week. So like for this week I'm doing Rachel Ray. For next week I'm doing $10 dinners. And I am picking one recipe. I'm going to write down the page of the recipe. And I'm going to write down the main protein of the recipe. And this cookbook, or whatever cookbook I'm using, is going to live in my kitchen for that week. I'm not going to put it away, and it's just going to be right there ready to go. And as I'm looking at the recipe, so let's go to page 22. And I know there's copyright stuff, so I'm going to just show you right there really quick and then push it over so that I don't mess with copyright laws. But what I'm going to do is I look at page 22 and I look at the ingredients and I go, okay, what in this recipe do I not have? I have the chicken stock, I have the butter, I don't have the raisins, so I'm going to write down the raisins. I have the couscous, I have the extra virgin olive oil, I have the chicken, the salt, the pepper. I don't have the leeks, so I'm going to write down the leeks. I normally always have wine, and I am growing parsley, so I don't have to worry about that one. So then for the next recipe, same thing. I'm going down the line of each recipe. Okay, for this one I need hamburger buns, I need cranberry sauce, because my husband, he was sitting with me when I did this plan, and I was like, do you want the cranberry sauce? Do you not want the cranberry sauce? And he's like, you know what, let's try it. So I'm going to do the cranberry sauce, and for this I know I'm going to want to buy the cheddar slices from the deli for the sandwich, because that just for me is, I like that cheese better on my sandwiches. And then I'm going to use the leftover couscous from this first recipe as a side dish for this recipe. So again, the cookbook, the page, the protein. And I'm going to go right down the line. I always pick one day to be a leftover day to kind of help clean out the fridge. And then I always, because my husband loves soup, I try to always put in a soup once a week. Now I'm also leaving the weekend open because we need a little bit of spontaneity. Do we want to go eat? Are we going to go visit somebody? Are we going to grill? My husband loves to grill. I don't want to make it so structured that, oh, nope, it's Tuesday, we have to cook this. Or nope, it's Wednesday, we have to cook this. I know that this is what I've got on hand for each week based off of what's in my pantry and what's off my list of things to get from the store. And just because it says Monday does not mean I have to cook it on Monday. I just have to cook it within this week. Now, I keep this list, and then during, say it's this week, and I'm cooking all these recipes, and as I'm cooking, I realize there's an ingredient that I need. I'm running out of olive oil. I'm running low on peanut butter. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this week's list. So like right here, I ran out of, I'm already here, this is this week. I realized that I'm out of the cheese. So I wrote down that I'm going to need cheese. Again, I'm going to need it for this recipe, but when I wrote this meal plan, I had it. So I'm going to go ahead and write it here. And then before I go to the store or before I make my grocery order, I'm going to go through this list and go, okay, this is my grocery list. This is what I need. And then the reason I'm doing the protein and just making it really fast to see what protein we need is my freezer is really in a difficult spot to get to. My husband has to move his car in order for me to get into the freezer. So I'm trying to make it to where we go into the big freezer once a week. I move these proteins into my house freezer, the one inside my house, so that I can start cooking even if he is still working and I don't have to bother him to go, hey, I need you to move your car so that I can get in the freezer. And before anybody says anything, yes, I know I could move his car myself, but I can't back up. I can back up to get out of the driveway, I can back up to get out of a parking spot, but other than that, I don't have backup skills. And I'm a severe disappointment to my truck driving family. I come from a long line of over-the-road truck drivers, and I think I'm the only one that cannot back up a car or anything to save my life. I'm a disappointment. It's just what it is. So this is what I'm cooking for next week. And then what I did is I went ahead and did the week after that. Now you're going to want to be careful what pen you're using, because obviously this is a great pen, it's very visible, but when you flip the page over it definitely had some leakage because this is thin planner paper. So what I did is, okay, I'm going to use $10 dinners, and here's my recipes, there's my protein, that's what page it's on, this is my grocery list. I don't want to go too far in advance, like I don't want to go ahead and do a whole month's worth, because I'm basing my grocery list off of, and I'm basing my menus off of what's already in my pantry stores. If you've seen my pantry video, my kitchen pantry, and my working pantry, between those two pantries I have about 3 months worth of shelf-stable food that I use on an everyday basis. So I have my black beans, I have my sauces, my tomato sauces, my rice, my pastas, my oatmeals, my condiments. I have about a 3-month supply of those foods to where I only really have to go and buy fresh or the oddball item that I run out of. Like I may run out of soy sauce or something like that I can put on here and just run and go get that real fast. But I'm basing my recipes off of what I already have in my house, and then all I have to do is go get the fresh items. Now, what I love about this method is not only am I kind of planned out, I kind of know what I'm making in the week, and again, just because it says it's on Monday does not mean I have to cook it on Monday. I just have to cook sometime that week. And I'm always putting a leftover day in, and I'm always leaving a couple of days open for spontaneity. But what I'm really enjoying is I have an extensive cookbook collection, and I just wasn't using it. So this gives me a chance to dig into my favorite cookbooks. I just kind of randomly pick a cookbook off my bookshelf and say, this is the one that I'm using this week. This is the one that I'm enjoying this week. And it's going to rotate. So I have several Rachel Ray cookbooks. I have several Barefoot Contessa cookbooks. I have Giada. I have the $10 dinners. I have Six Sisters stuff. If you watch Pressure Luck, if you're one of the Instapot ladies and you watch Jeffrey from Pressure Luck, I just got his cookbook. So I have several cookbooks that I love to play with, and this will afford me a chance to play and visit with each of my cookbooks. And hopefully keep it to where I don't get bored cooking. Because, man, it's not the best chore in the world unless you're a chef. I don't know anybody that actually enjoys cooking every day. That is something that's definitely kind of retrained my brain during this self-isolation pandemic. I don't want to make light of what's going on, but it has definitely made us stop, come back around the dining room table every evening for dinner, kind of go back to cooking. I mean, I got out of the habit of cooking. If I could get my husband to go out and eat every night, sometimes it was cheaper for us to go out and eat every night because it was just 2 of us. Or if my mom was in town, 3 of us. So it has kind of gotten us back into the habit of cooking our own meals and sitting around the table and having family time. And building in the leftover day, building in the couple of days that I could, you know, we can go out to eat or we can grill, has made it not so pressured. Does that make sense? So anyway, this is what I am doing, and it's working very well for me. Wanted to throw it out there because it could work well for you. My daughter is taking something like this, and instead of using a planner, she's actually just writing it down on a piece of paper and plopping it up on her cork board, which I was over there the other day and noticed that, and it kind of made my heart happy. So anyway, I hope there's some information in here that you can use, or maybe you can incorporate into your daily routines or weekly routines. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment down below. Thank you so much for spending just a few minutes of your day with me. I know you have a choice of channels that you could be watching, and I am very thankful that you choose to spend just a few minutes of your day with me. Until next time, bye-bye.